All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. And we finally moved into our advanced function calling, or we started our advanced function calling section of the module. But before we did that, we actually went over some multi-function, not multi-function, but multi-function calling. This is what we could call more than one function at once. And these are the steps we actually took here. It's still part of the basics, so I'm not going to go over that. It's still part of the basics of function calling. It's just we're going to do it multiple times. Instead of calling just one function at once, we can call actually two functions at a time. Yeah, that's what we did with that one. And we actually did start the advanced function calling, so let's just dive right into that. So as we can see here, so what is the actual use of calling functions? We will discuss this by going over the advanced example now. First, we'll write the code to call our GPT. This is the code we will use. Sort of the same, or probably exactly the same as it was last time. See the response equals the client dot chat dot completion dot create. You can see here we have the model, the messages, the role, the content. Now, this is the question we're asking our LLM model, and the question we want a response to. But our model will not be able to answer this question for us. Why not? If we go back to the OpenAI website and check this particular model's information, we will see that this model was only trained on data up until the date September 21. So let's mark this line here, 451. Let's go check that out really quickly. So let's see exactly what we're talking about. So if we go over here to the OpenAI model and we check the model we were using, you can see this is under models here. You can see the GPT 3.5 Turbo 1106. You can see here this training data is only it was only trained on data up until the date of September 21. So anything after that date, we won't have any access to just using it just like that. So that's why we won't be able to get an answer we wanted by using that particular model just the way it is. So this means that we will not be able to get accurate, up-to-date flight information using this method. Because if we wanted up-to-date flight information, there's no way we can get flight information for the present if it was trained on data only up until September 21. So that's why the issue occurs. So our goal will be to make our chat capable of handling such requests. This is where we discover the usefulness of function calling. First, we would define one function. This is the function we just define here. You see function description, have a name, get flight info, description, get flight information between two locations. Our parameters are going to be type, object, properties are going to be of the location origin. Type of that is going to be a string, and the description is going to departure airport. For example, Amsterdam, and the location, destination. That type is going to be a string also. Description is going to be the destination airport. Example, JFK. And required is another parameter we have. It's going to be a location origin and location destination. Now that we have our function defined, we will define our prompt. This is the prompt we will define. User prompt equals when is the next flight from Amsterdam to NYC. So yeah, let's actually have a look at the notebook and see how we implemented it. And we have that here. So first, I imported everything from earlier. I know we had some broken lines. It didn't get covered all the way over, so I just imported everything fresh. You see, we have the import OpenAI. We have our keys, and we have our client. And then we have the response that we created, and then we have our function description like I just showed you in the VSC, and then we have our user prompt. Now that's as far as we got. Like I said, we did spend the first half of the night doing the multi-functions or the multi-function calling before we actually got here, so I didn't want to get things jumbled up, so I just started it so we can have it fresh for tomorrow, so we can dive into the advanced function calling without having anything from the previous session still on our mind. So yeah, so we have everything queued up, and we will be moving forward with the advanced function calling tomorrow. And of course, I will keep you guys posted every step of the way. But for now, this is the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.